Chapter 6. The Test of Courage. Starr woke up the next morning in a state of panic. It wasn't subtle. He bolted upright in bed at 7 a.m., clutching his chest like he'd just been drafted for war. His heart hammered. His palms sweated. His brain played a frantic reel of every way yesterday could go wrong in hindsight. "Oh God," he muttered, staggering into the bathroom. "What the hell was I thinking? Fried dough. Laughing like a schoolboy. Jesus, Starr, you're 52. Nobody wants a middle-aged man with trust issues and a Netflix addiction." He splashed water on his face, stared in the mirror, and groaned. His reflection groaned back. By the time he shuffled into the kitchen, Clarence and Petunia were already waiting. Well, look who survived the sunlight," Petunia drawled, perched on a jar of peanut butter. "How was your little date?" "It wasn't a date," Starr snapped. Clarence tilted his head. "You came home smiling. That's date behavior." "Yeah, well, maybe I was smiling at the fried dough," Starr said, pouring himself coffee like the act could armor him. Petunia crossed her antennae. "Honey, fried dough don't make people blush when they think about it the next day." Starr nearly dropped his mug. "I'm not blushing. You're redder than a ripe tomato," Petunia shot back. Clarence climbed onto the rim of the sugar bowl like a preacher mounting a pulpit. "Let's not get distracted. The question is, what's your next step?" "My next step," Starr said firmly, "is staying home, locking the door, and pretending none of this ever happened." Clarence's antennae twitched like he was about to faint. Lord have mercy. After all this progress. Starr barked a laugh. "I talked to a man in a park. That's not progress. That's, hell, I don't know, an accident." Petunia gave him a long, slow look. "Accident, or blessing?" Starr froze. "Maybe," she went on, voice softer now. "God sent you fried dough and jazz music and a man with kind eyes on purpose. Maybe it's time you stop running from gifts." Something in Starr's chest clenched. He didn't answer. Instead, he shoved toast in the toaster and muttered, "I can't do this again. I can't get my hopes up just to get crushed. Not at my age." Clarence's voice was gentle now. "That's exactly why you need courage. Not the absence of fear, the choice to move forward anyway." For the rest of the week, Starr wrestled with himself. On Tuesday, he stared at his phone for 3 hours, Tony's number half dialed before he chickened out. On Wednesday, he practiced greetings in the mirror, all of which made him look like a deranged game show host. By Thursday, he was pacing his living room so much that Petunia finally yelled, "Sit your behind down before you wear a hole in the floor." "This is insane," Starr groaned, collapsing onto the couch. "He probably doesn't even remember me." "Baby," Petunia said, perching on the armrest, "he remembers. Trust me, men don't forget powdered sugar smiles." Starr covered his face with his hands. "What if he thinks I'm pathetic? Or boring? Or pathetic is living with us," Clarence interrupted. "You've been surviving, not living. The fact that you even went outside was a miracle. Don't you dare shrink back now." Starr peeked through his fingers. "And if I get hurt again?" Clarence shrugged his 6 tiny shoulders. "Then at least you'll know you had the guts to try. You don't wanna be 85, yelling at roaches, wishing you'd taken a chance when you had one." Petunia smirked. "Not that we don't enjoy your company." The breaking point came Friday night. Starr was scrolling through Netflix, half-heartedly starting and stopping shows, when his phone buzzed. A text. "Tony. Hey, Starr. Great seeing you at the park. Wanna grab coffee sometime? Starr's heart stopped, then restarted, then sprinted. He jumped up so fast the remote clattered to the floor. Oh my God! Oh my God! Clarence and Petunia both perked up like antenna-ed alarm bells. What is it? Petunia demanded. Text. Tony. Coffee. Starr babbled, shoving the phone at them like they could read it. Clarence gasped. See. Divine appointment. Petunia fanned herself with glee. Coffee is basically foreplay. You're in. Stop it. Starr shouted, pacing the room in circles. What do I say? What do I wear? Do I say yes? Oh my God, what if he's just being polite? Boy, Clarence said flatly, if you don't text him back right now, I swear I will crawl into your phone and do it myself. Starr froze. His thumb hovered over the screen. His breath came fast. Then, trembling, he typed, Starr, I'd love that. When he hit send, the Roaches erupted into applause, tiny legs clapping against the table like rain. Courage, Clarence cried triumphantly. That's how it's done. Starr slumped against the couch, dazed. I think I'm gonna be sick. Petunia patted his arm with one delicate leg. Baby, that's not sickness. That's hope. And though Starr groaned and buried his face in a pillow, he couldn't help it. Beneath the fear, something warm flickered to life. For the first time in years, he wasn't just surviving. He was daring.